The self-hug. It's such a simple yet powerful somatic practice. It regulates the nervous system. It improves the mind-body connection. It can heal trauma and attachment wounds. It creates feelings of connection even if you're in isolation. And it nurtures self-compassion. But if you just put your arms around yourself and call it a day, you're not going to get all those benefits. So in this guided video that's about 10 minutes long, I'm going to walk you through the subtle shifts in presence, awareness, and pressure that are going to create deep changes in the body and in the nervous system and accelerate your healing process. I'm Cedar from Cedar Sacred Well. The following practice was recorded as part of my 5 Keys of Healing program in our care module practice call. So if you enjoy it and you want to learn more about that, I will put a link below to find out more and pre-register. And if you enjoy these guided practices, please give me a like, subscribe to this channel so I know that I should keep putting out more. So I hope you like it. Let's start by just placing a hand on the chest. Maybe you can feel the movement of the breath on the chest. And I just want to remind you that the most important thing in this practice is to listen to the information and the signals from your own body. So if I'm inviting you to have a hand on your chest and that's not feeling supportive to you, go ahead and move that hand to wherever it feels good. So let's add another hand on the chest, or maybe it's somewhere else. And you might like to close your eyes or just soften your gaze so that you can really tune into those sensations. Sensation of touch, maybe feeling the clothing, the texture under your fingers, feeling the pressure from your hands on your chest. And there may be other sensations in the body that come up when we touch in this way. So we'll also be noticing and tracking that. What are these other sensations telling me? And let's move these hands further apart so that you're wrapping around your body, giving yourself a nice hug. And noticing what are the sensations that I'm getting. What is the information from my body about how this feels to me? Does this feel relaxing and supportive? How do I know that? What part of me is relaxing? What part of me is feeling support? Maybe it's feeling the opposite. Maybe it's feeling awkward or activating. Just noticing, where do I feel that? And if that's the case for you, shifting and adjusting until it does feel supportive. So just for fun, let's switch arms. So whichever arm was on top, that's going to go on the bottom. How does this feel? Does it feel better? Does it feel worse? Does it feel more supportive? More or less relaxing? And then you can switch back if you want to. If that felt less supportive, just go ahead and switch on back. Or if it felt better, then you can stay there. And I want to just play for a moment with pressure. So giving yourself a really tight squeeze, as tight as you can. And then just gently letting that release really slowly, 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 slowly. Until you can just barely feel the contact from your hands. They're just floating at the edge of your body. Then we're gonna just slowly increase the pressure a little bit more. And this time you're gonna stop at the perfect pressure for you, for right now. How do you know it's the perfect pressure? Your body will tell you. It'll say, yes, this is right. If it's hard to hear that, then just go back and forth a little more between more pressure and less pressure until you find that kind of Goldilocks perfect in the middle spot. And then once you find that, we're just going to breathe here. We're going to stay with it. And we're still tracking the sensations. What do I notice? What is shifting or changing as I hold myself in this way? You might find that you're more aware of your legs and feet or back. You might find that your jaw is able to release and drop down. You might find your stomach gurgling or maybe a yawn starting. Those are just some examples, so tune into what is alive for you. You might also be aware of the movement of the breath inside this circle of arms. And just notice, how does it feel for my body to be contained in this way, to be wrapped around and held? Feel yourself being held by yourself. And of course, you can always adjust the position or the pressure of your hands as much as you need to. You're attuning your hands to your body. And then with a slight shift in perspective, just notice, what does it feel like to hold myself? What does it feel like to hold, to wrap around, contain, support? Maybe shifting your awareness more into the arms and hands. What does it feel like to hold myself in this gentle, loving way? And you might find one of those perspectives easier to access than the other. You might find one of them more enjoyable, more supportive. I would encourage you to explore both. So maybe even kind of going back and forth between a body being held perspective and an arms holding body perspective. And asking yourself, which of these feels like care to me? Do they both feel like care? Where is care located in this self-connection? Let's take a nice deep breath into care wherever you find it. Letting it out. Do that a couple more times, breathing into this sensation of care. Maybe even letting that sensation get a little bit bigger on this next breath. You can go ahead and release your arms if you feel ready to do that. Maybe you want to shake them a little bit, stretch them out. And see if you can hold on to that feeling of care even when the arms are down. And just carry that feeling forward a little bit longer. As we come back into an eyes wide open and awake perspective.